At precisely 8 a.m., Grace Williams, a 54-year-old widow, arrived to begin her cleaning shift. She cleaned the homes of billionaires with meticulous care, an invisible force keeping their lives running smoothly. This penthouse belonged to Alexander Stone, a self-made tech billionaire. Grace rarely saw him, but she did see his girlfriend, Victoria Ashford, a beautiful but cruel socialite. This morning was different. "You!" Victoria's shrill voice cut through the quiet of the master bathroom. "Did you touch my jewelry box? My diamond bracelet is missing, the one worth $200,000. Grace's heart sank. "No, Miss Ashford," she said calmly. "I never touch personal items." "Don't lie to me," Victoria spat, her face twisting with rage. "You're the only one who comes in here. You stole it, you desperate, pathetic thief." Grace stood still, absorbing the insults. She'd been a single mother, worked 3 jobs, and buried her husband. She could survive this. "I understand you're upset. Would you like me to help you look for it?" "I don't want your help," Victoria sneered, clearly enjoying the power trip. "People like you are all the same, pretending to be humble, then stealing the first chance you get." She grabbed Grace's cleaning caddy and dumped its contents across the pristine marble floor. "Let's see what else you're hiding." Grace thought about her grandson's birthday and the rent that was due. She desperately needed this job. "Miss Ashford, please. I swear on my children's lives I haven't taken anything." Victoria laughed, a cold, humorless sound. "Your children? They're probably thieves, too. It runs in families, doesn't it? Bad character, no morals." That was the line. Insulting her children broke something open in Grace. "My children," she said, her voice quiet, but firm, "are a teacher, a nurse, and an engineer. They are good people who treat others with respect. Something your money clearly couldn't buy you." Victoria's face went scarlet. "How dare you? Do you know who I am?" "I know exactly who you are," Grace replied, her voice now like steel. "You're someone who mistakes cruelty for power, who has so little substance. You have to tear others down to feel big." The crack of a slap echoed in the bathroom. Grace's head snapped to the side, her cheek burning. "Get out!" Victoria hissed. "You're fired, and I'll make sure you never work in a decent home again. I'll destroy you." Grace touched her stinging cheek, her dignity intact. "You can't destroy what you don't have power over." She bent down to collect her scattered supplies. Neither of them heard the bedroom door open. Neither of them saw Alexander Stone standing there, his face frozen in shock and growing fury. He had come home early to surprise Victoria. Instead, he'd heard everything. He'd seen everything. "Victoria." His voice was deadly quiet. She spun around, her expression instantly shifting to fake innocence. "Alex, thank God you're here. This woman stole my bracelet and attacked me. I had to defend myself." Alexander's gaze went from Victoria to the red handprint on Grace's cheek. "Mrs. Williams," he said gently. "Are you all right?" Grace was stunned he even knew her name. "I'm fine, Mr. Stone. I'll just leave." "You'll do no such thing." He walked past Victoria as if she were invisible and knelt to help Grace pick up her supplies. "Alex, what are you doing?" Victoria shrieked. "She's a thief and she—" "Stop talking," Alexander cut her off. He helped Grace to her feet. "Mrs. Williams, please wait in the living room." Once Grace was gone, Alexander turned to Victoria, his face a mask of disgust. "That bracelet is in your drawer, under your scarves. You put it there yourself 3 days ago because the clasp was loose." Victoria's face paled. I forgot. But that doesn't change her disrespect." "I heard everything," he said, his voice cold. "I listened as you attacked a woman who has shown nothing but professionalism." He walked to the closet, pulled out a suitcase, and dropped it on the bed. "Pack your things. You're leaving." "You can't be serious. Over a maid?" she cried. "I am not choosing her over you," Alexander said, his voice hard. I'm choosing character over cruelty. I'm choosing dignity over status. I've been wondering why something felt off about us. Now I know. You lack basic human decency. He opened the door. You have 2 hours. Goodbye, Victoria. He found Grace in the living room. Mrs. Williams, I'm so sorry for what happened. It was unacceptable. It wasn't your fault, Mr. Stone, she said. May I ask something personal? He asked, treating her as an equal. Why did you endure that? Grace sighed. Pride is expensive when you have responsibilities, Mr. Stone. I'm 54. Jobs like this pay my rent and my grandson's asthma medication. I can endure a lot for the people I love. Alexander leaned forward. What did you do before housekeeping? I was an office manager at a medical clinic for 15 years. But it closed. No one wants to hire a 49-year-old office manager when they can get someone younger and cheaper. An idea sparked in Alexander's eyes. My company is opening a new patient advocacy division. We need someone to manage coordination between our software and hospital staff. Someone with patience, dignity, and strength. Someone like you. Tears filled Grace's eyes. Are you offering me a job? A real job, he confirmed. Salary, benefits, a place where your experience is valued and your dignity is guaranteed. Interested? Grace could only nod, tears of relief streaming down her face. 3 months later, Grace Williams was the Director of Patient Relations at Stone Technologies. She excelled, leading a team of 15 and earning praise for her human-centered approach. Alexander, in turn, became known as the billionaire who valued character over status. His reputation soared. He started a second-chance hiring program, designed with Grace's help, for skilled workers over 50 who had been pushed out of the workforce. They hired hundreds, changing lives and setting an industry example. One day, Alexander stopped by Grace's corner office. He asked her why she finally stood up to Victoria that day. She insulted my children, Grace said simply. Family is the only thing that matters when everything else is stripped away. Alexander nodded, his voice thick with emotion. My mother cleaned houses to pay for my college. She died 2 weeks before my company went public. When I saw how Victoria treated you, I saw every person who ever looked through my mother. She raised a good son, Grace said softly. 5 years later, Grace retired with a generous pension, her family secure. At her retirement party, Alexander announced the Grace Williams Scholarship Fund, offering full college tuition to the children of service workers. Grace taught me that dignity isn't about what you do, but who you are, he told the crowd. She walked into my home as a maid and left as a director because I finally looked past the uniform to see the person. Sometimes, the worst moment becomes the door to your best life. You just have to have the courage to walk through it. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. We'll see you in the next video.